Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Nagamandala, a play by Girish Karnad. Girish Karnad was a renowned Indian playwright, actor, and filmmaker. His famous plays are Tuklak, Hayavadana, Talidanda, and Nagamandala. He has received the Jnanapith Award, which is the India's highest literary honor. This play starts with a prologue. A man is sitting in a ruined, deserted temple. He has an apprehension that he is going to die in a few hours. A mendicant has prophesied that because, as a playwright, he has tormented his audiences with his arid plays, the curses of all those audiences have befallen him. If he wishes to live, he must stay awake for one full night before the end of the month. But all his efforts to do so has failed, and this is the last day of the month. Hopeless, now he is assured that he will surely die tonight, and therefore he has run away from his house to have an anonymous death. He swears that he will give up theatre forever if he lives. Soon he hears the voices of some women approaching the temple. However, he finds that the voices are coming from naked lamp flames. These flames arrive there nightly to gather at their deserted temple and gossip till the night ends. One of the flames informs the others that an old lady had been keeping a story and a song secret for a while. The story and song were choked because the old lady did not disclose them to someone. So they came out of the lady's mouth when she was napping. The story turned into a young woman and the song became her colorful sari. The story turned woman follows the flames into the temple. The woman wants to pass on her story to someone and the flames agree to listen. But it will all go in vain as the flames cannot help the story survive by passing it to other people. Now the man interferes and expresses his consent to listen and pass on the story. The man and flames take their positions and she starts speaking. The story goes on like this. Rani is a beautiful, innocent, and naive girl who was the only daughter of her loving parents. She had long black dresses that added to her charm. When she was still in her early adolescence, her father chose a young, wealthy, but spoilt man called Appanna, whose parents were no more as a suitable groom for her. She was married to Appanna but was not sent with him until she turned into a woman. The play opens at Appanna's house. Appanna has brought his bride to live with him as she has grown into a woman now. But the married life of the couple is not pleasant. Appanna spends most of his time outside with his concubine, even at nights. He turns back home only when he needs to have a bath or when he feels hungry. It can be said that Appanna has made an unpaid maid, Rani, who took care of his household. When Rani tries to talk with her husband about her problems, he muffles her down saying, "Do as you are told." He locks her inside the house and goes away living an unrestrained life. Being lonely, Rani feels being cursed, misses her parents, and dreams of getting back to them. Rani's life becomes cyclic like a mandala with no change in her situation until a blind old woman named Kurudava, who was like a sister to Appanna's dead mother, comes to meet her. Rani informs her about her misery. Kurudava decides to help her. To gain her husband's love, she gives her two magical roots, one small and the other big. She instructs her to prepare a paste from the small root and feed it to Appanna. When Rani feeds the paste to her husband, he faints, which terrifies her. Knowing this, Kurudava asks her to go on with the bigger root. She prepares the paste again, but when she glances at the blood-like texture and color of the paste, she was horrified, thinking that it may harm her husband. She decides to throw the paste into the anthill in her garden. In this anthill lives Naga, a supernatural serpent. Naga, consuming the magical paste, is infatuated with Rani. At night, he assumes Appanna's shape and visits Rani. He talks to her like a loving husband, caresses her, and makes her sleep. Naga continues visiting Rani at night and makes love with her. Rani could not figure out the reason for Appanna's changed demeanor, who behaves like a stranger in the day but a lover at night. But she does not make any effort to solve this riddle because, despite Appanna's rude behavior during the day, she was having a great time with him during the night. Days pass and Rani becomes pregnant. Appanna is infuriated to find that his wife has committed adultery. He beats her and decides to call the elders of the village to find the truth of a pregnancy. That night, Naga admits the truth to Rani. He proposes she choose the snake ordeal to testify her chastity. He informs her that she needs to utter something in front of the elders that is not a lie, otherwise, the snake will bite her. The next morning, Rani is brought to the elders with the villagers surrounding them. Among other easier ordeals to testify her innocence, Rani finally chooses to go through the snake ordeal. Holding the snake in her hand, she proclaims that since she came to this village, she has touched only two males. One is Appanna and the other is the cobra that she was holding in her hand. Since technically this statement is true, cobra doesn't bite her. It moves over her shoulder like a garland and stands on her head. Witnessing this miracle, the elders and the villagers declare her a goddess. The elders advise Appanna to spend the rest of his life in her service. The woman concludes her tale with a happy union of the couple. But the man remains unconvinced with his ending. He asks about Appanna's lifelong misery, Naga's destiny, and Rani's confusion about Appanna's changed behavior during the day and night. She changes the conclusion of the story. The woman continues the story with another resolution. She proposes a tragic ending for the story in which Naga sacrifices himself. Naga turns into a small serpent and gets into Rani's beautiful long tresses where he dies, probably choked. While combing Rani's hair, the dead serpent falls out. Rani and Appanna consent to ritually cremate the serpent. However, the flames are not pleased with this tragic ending and ask the man to conclude the story happily. The man gives a happy ending in which Rani combs her hair and the serpent falls down. But seeing the serpent, Rani hides a small living serpent back into her tresses before Appanna could kill it. Rani allows the serpent to live in her tresses forever and says that her hair is a symbol of her wedded bliss. And now it is dawn and the flames disappear one by one and the man also leaves and the play ends here. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.